Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about the difference between discipline and motivation. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because while I was doing my last video, I kind of touched on the fact that we should work to obtain discipline and not motivation, right? And as I've come to realize, I didn't know what the difference was. What's the difference between motivation and discipline? Because a lot of the times when we're working to reach our goals and to progress in life, we hear a lot about motivation, being motivated to get it. I've learned working towards my goals and trying to build my business is that in the past when I was seeking motivation, it didn't last long. It's that I wasn't motivated. I didn't get anything done. In those days, would multiply and I would look up a month later and I was back where I started. So now that I'm practicing discipline, which is not easy, I might add, being a woman that is not naturally disciplined, it is not easy, but it has changed the game for me reaching my goals. It's a whole nother mindset. Let's hop into this video. Okay, let's just get right into it. Let's just do it. So what is the difference between discipline and motivation, right? Let's just start it off. The main difference that I've come to realize between discipline and motivation is that discipline holds us accountable for our actions. When you're a person that's practicing discipline, you have to be mindful of what you're doing and you have to slap your hand when you're not doing the things that you're supposed to be. In comparison with motivation, motivation is an exterior means to get things done. You're looking for someone or something to make you feel good enough to get done the things that you need to get done. The issue with that is what happens when you can't find that outside motivation, right? I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with seeking outside motivation, but you have to realize that you are in charge of you, your goals, and what you need to get done. There's no one else that can be there every single day to make you get the things done that you need to. It's just not possible unless, I don't know, it's your cat. If your cat is the one motivating you every day, then you might have a chance. But if not, then you need to practice discipline. Discipline is a consistent action. It's something that pushes you every single day. When you are practicing discipline, when you're in the bed in the morning and you know that you have to get up, even when you don't feel like it, you need to get up out the bed and get the things done that you need to get done. In comparison with motivation, motivation is very sometimesy. Let's just give a scenario. So let's say it's 4:30 in the morning, you have to get up for work. When you're disciplined, even though you're tired, even though you barely slept last night because you was up watching The Office, even though they took it off of Netflix. Let's just say you was up watching The Office last night and you need to get up for work in the morning, right? Discipline, even though you're tired as hell, but it was worth it because it's The Office. Discipline is going to say, listen, I know that I'm tired. I know that I ain't feeling this. Do I really need this job? I do. That's discipline. Discipline is going to get you up out the bed and make you go to work. Now, motivation is different because if you're not motivated that day to go to work, let's say you're not feeling good that day, let's say that it's raining outside and it's just throwing you off and it's not giving you that motivation, you'll do what I used to do before I was practicing discipline, and I would call off of work. I would call off of work and stay my ass home. Discipline is also a very, very good trait to have because it not only builds character, but discipline allows for you to validate yourself. You don't need anyone telling you that you're good enough or telling you that you can achieve your goals. Whatever inspiration you can get from a motivational video or from someone else that motivates you, discipline allows for you to validate yourself. You don't need an exterior source of validation. It can be nice if someone's telling you that you're getting your goals done or you're doing a great job and giving you that round of applause. It's so much better for you to applaud yourself. That is the end all be all. Once you have that connection with you and you know that you can get your goals done, you're unstoppable, period. Wouldn't you rather be unstoppable than for you to be waiting on someone else to like your picture for you to tell you that you look good? Between discipline and motivation, discipline is very action oriented And motivation is very intentionally oriented, meaning that when you're a disciplined person, you're getting things done. Even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, you're still getting your goals done. But with motivation, you think about getting it done. That doesn't guarantee that you're going to do it. So for example, if I listen to a motivational video and it gets the gears flowing, it oils the car and the car is running smoothly, and I'm like, okay, I'm revving the engine, like I could get this done, and I have to drive 35 miles to where I need to go. I was motivated to drive that car up the road, but then when I seen how far I had to go, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'd rather drive tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and it's like, no, I'd rather take the road trip the next day or the next week, and then you never get it done. Discipline, you in the car like revving your engine because you got the fresh oil, and you're like, damn, that's a far ride, but I gotta get this done, you feel me? So that's basically the difference between discipline and motivation. Discipline holds you accountable for yourself. It's very action oriented. It's very, I need to get it done even though I don't feel like it. It's very much you're achieving your goals and you validate you. When motivation is very much, you know, you're looking for outside sources for contentment, and you might feel good in the moment to get things done, but you don't feel like it. If you're not motivated enough that day, you're not getting shit done. So next phase, how do we obtain discipline, right? Okay, so we know the difference between discipline and motivation and why we should go towards discipline. Now, how do we get there, right? So there are a couple things that you can do in order to obtain discipline, but the main thing that I have to stress is that discipline requires consistency. Discipline is something that does not happen overnight, especially if you're like me, and I always say this, if you're like me, you're not a naturally disciplined person. You have to practice it consistency, and that's why you're responsible for you when you're getting these things done in a disciplined manner. You have to practice it every day. Discipline requires you to get actions done every day to reach your goals. You have to, like, every single day, even on the days that I don't feel like working out, what am I doing? Squats, period. Also, when it comes to achieving discipline, it's about repetition, which also coincides with consistency, and it's about going beyond your threshold. So the reason why going beyond your threshold is very important when it comes to achieving discipline is because when you're practicing discipline every day in a repetitive manner, at some point you're not going to feel like it, right? Every single day we're not in the mood to get up and do stuff. We're just not. Sometimes we just don't feel like it. But on the days when you don't feel like it, that's when you need to understand that's your threshold, and you need to push past that threshold. You need to be better than you were yesterday. So even if tomorrow I'm not feeling it, I need to beat myself, because this game is only me versus me. So I need to beat who I was yesterday and be better than that today. So for the last 2 points that I have when it comes to achieving discipline, it's about focus and having a reason behind your goal. When it comes to those two things, the reason why it's very important for you to have a reason behind your discipline for the goal is because that's, in a sense, if you want to call it, that's one of your personal motivational points. Because when you have a reason for achieving a goal, there's no aimless goals. When you have aimless goals, you rarely reach it because there's no substance behind it. But when you have a goal that you need to reach, and is very much so based on something that you care about or something that you love or something that's important to you, you're more likely to want to get that goal done. That's where focus comes in. Practicing discipline, you have to be focused. And honestly, it's crazy because in my personal opinion, I feel like focus is the hardest part when it comes to this. Not even repetition, not even going past your threshold. I feel like it's focus, because with focus comes distractions, right? And distractions can be social media, hanging out with your friends, TV, going out to the club on a Friday night when you should be working on your goal, whatever the goal may be. Focus to me can be a little challenging because, again, it has to do with you dodging those distractions. And at that point, it's like, well, how much do you really want this? You know, how much do you really want to work towards this goal? I hope you guys have found this video helpful in any type of way. Thank you guys for tuning in again. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment box below, or you can DM me on Instagram. I am available for y'all if y'all need me, you feel me. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.